concrete pump driver. He doesn't have to be screwed in concrete. My concreter is probably a little understaffed at the moment. He just had someone leave a couple of months ago. I've been with him for 5 years. So he's getting the job done for us, which is great. He's there 5:30 in the morning and the pump driver gets out and he notices everyone's a little bit understaffed. So he gets the rake and he starts screening it all for him.
How good.
Just, that's work ethic and that's getting it done.
All right, guys. Got Tim Keogh here, Empyrean Build. Been with Connect Business Insurance as a builder for 4 years. He had a close relationship, which we always talk about, with one of the brokers here for the last 10 years, we just said, which is pretty cool. Me and Tim in the last 6 months, 12 months, probably talked more than we ever have. And I only just went down to his office and seen it and had a really good chat, 3 months ago, 2 months ago, something like that.
Yep.
And we had a really good chat and he was telling me how, he's got things sorted, personal life, house, business. And then I've been talking to him lately and he's under the pump. He can't keep up.
No, not at all.
But it's the way it changes. As soon as you talk about it, you curse it.
Yeah.
I suppose the different bit here is I probably don't know Tim as much as I know some of the people that have come on the pod, but that's what I like about it. So there's probably a lot to learn. There's no rule book here, no questions have been set up. So just kicking off. I suppose we just talked about my other mate that was on here. Give us a year you started the company.
I actually called and confirmed with my wife before I got here.
Did
so,
you?
Yeah,
Bit of pre-planning.
I was like 2016 or 2018, but I'm pretty confident 2018.
Yeah, nice.
So we should be up
so when you kicked off 2018, and what I'll do, dude, I don't mean to be rude, and you'll get it, is I'll probably stop and start because I'm pretty good at linking where we're at. So if 2018 you kicked off, what were you doing? What was the beginning?
Before that, or just when I actually started the building company?
Nah, so let's start there and then we'll...
Okay, well, pretty much got all my kick-off from one of my sister's old bosses, to be fair, actually. When I was a carpenter, he's a bit of a hotshot lawyer in the city.
Yep.
It was a raining day and my sister mentioned that one of his sliding doors wasn't working. So I called her, he's a really nice fella. And I'm just called my sister up. I'm like, hey, we've got a bit of time tomorrow if you want. It's just it's 40 mil of rain book. So we were building second story inserts for Summon and stuff at the time. And he's like, oh shit, yeah, I'll meet you there. So I've got there and it's sliding. There's big beachfront house in Cottesloe, right? And he said it's a sliding door. I'm expecting a normal sliding door. This thing is like a sliding wall. It's 3.6 by 3.6. And anyway, I've sort of just gone and done that and didn't charge him. And literally, purely, he's a really nice fella.
Yep.
We had a bit of time up our sleeves, so we did that. And literally in the next week, we got our first building jobs by one of his friends for 45 grand.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, funny. And literally every single job after that has kicked off from those. I can sort of get back to those.
Yeah. So excuse the pun, but one door slides closed and the other one opens. And
100%.
And you took it, and we only talked about this in the last podcast with Mo, didn't we, Mitch? How the doors close and open, and you either take the opportunity or you don't. And obviously, you being you and your personality, what I know so far is, just getting there and getting it done, making it happen, and then the opportunity arises.
That'd be my biggest strength, I'd say.
Yep.
Sort of if there's a challenge
make it happen.
there, hit it,
yeah. And don't mind giving, helping, supporting, especially family, but just good people, and then don't want nothing in return, but it does come around.
I think the least profitable jobs I've ever done have all been for the people I like the most.
Yeah.
Every one of them.
Yeah. So what happened there? So you got a job, 45 grand. Was that a reno or a?
Just a reno, putting an master ensuite in a master bedroom. Yep. So chasing through the whole house with taking all the concrete out and just rebuilding a bathroom in there. It was a good one. Just needs for our.
Yeah, nice.
Yep. And then we worked for them. I think we went back to that place and did another renovation. Then we built them a big joint in Mozzie Park. So they're a lovely couple.
Oh, awesome. So obviously you didn't just learn that then. What got you into kicking off and doing that? Where were you prior? So you're a carpenter, you said?
Yeah, so I was a carpenter, worked for my brother's company for a bit and also Summit Homes, back in the day. I used to build second story inserts. So I had a team of 4 blokes and we just, did all the renovations and that sort of thing.
Yep.
Went to night school for 4 years. 4 or 5 years, I think, to get my builder's ticket, and it sort of just all happened. I was originally going to just stay on the tools and do a few jobs a year, and within 6 months that was done. Straight off the tools,
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you didn't have a choice, you went with it.
Yeah,
got driven. So So, and you went and built a place in Mozzie, did you say?
Yeah, that was just a big reno for those guys during the just as COVID started kicking off, which brought
21?
us on. Yeah, that's right.
Yep. So was it like from 18 to then, was it mainly renos that got you kicked off?
Yeah, pretty much, mate. We predominantly did those because that's what we know, smaller ones. And then sort of went on to the bigger, more luxury renos like 3 or 4 years later.
We find that in the insurance. Like I was even I had a meeting this morning with Port City, these young lads that have kicked off the last 12 months. And they're doing the renos as well. They're actually down your way. And the reno piece and proving yourself is a really good way to get into doing
100%.
the full builds. And not just on your side and clients, but even on our side for insurance, home indemnity.
Yep.
You know, the limits are easier to get, understand the scope, the structure, and then you prove yourself after 6, 12, 18 months.
The good thing is, too, you can start small and sort of understand what you're
Less
doing
risk.
a little bit more. Yeah.
You still got to do a good job, quality and all that, I see. But
And you're living in people's house, so they're like not living in people, working in people's houses, so you can't really get away from it. Like, and that's what I'm always like badgering on about, just keeping clean. Because the reality is, if something's not 100% right, sometimes people wouldn't notice that, would fix it anyway, but they will notice if their house is clean.
And let me tell you, this guy here, his attention to detail was second to none. He's a fussy fella. I thought I was bad, and even the other builder I had on, but yeah, you're up there for sure.
Yeah, I can't let much go. No.
I suppose on that that's with people like yourself. That's where you find it really hard to get people, hey, because you're standard.
I'm picky bugger.
Yeah,
it makes it hard, and I'm probably the hardest on carpenters and that as well, because I used to be one,
That's
and
your
I
trade.
know what can be done efficiently and what can't be. Like I'm probably the hardest on those guys.
Yeah,
Poor buggers.
It's like even when I was in workshops or being a fitter, it was the same thing. Like and running people, like you have this set way, but there's a reason for it, right, and a standard. But when you do it your way, you wouldn't ask someone else to do it how you like that you couldn't do. You know what I mean? Like,
not at all.
Yeah.
Nah, and that's what makes it tricky though. Like if you're a half decent tradie and then you see blokes doing a little bit rough, sometimes it's very hard to not badger.
Yep. So okay, so we go back. I'm gonna go backwards a little bit here. So when how old are you now?
36, 37.
37. You're only spring chicken.
Yeah.
So we go back to 2018, and then before that, for about 4 years, you were saying?
Yeah, nice school.
With your brother, school.
I actually came over here when I was younger, so I moved over here with my brother who taught me my apprenticeship when I was 16. So
And where were you? Did you tell me?
Country Victoria and Bendigo.
Bendigo, that's right. Yeah, because I'm Albury Wodonga, so that's right. We did talk about that.
100%,
yeah. Yep.
No,
so what year did you come over?
Oh, mate, that would have been 18 years ago now. So
yeah, so I was 04. What's that? 22 years. So 08. So roughly 08.
Yep.
07, 08. I think. Yeah. Okay, cool. And then when you were over in Bendigo, so how old were you when you come over then?
16, just turned 16.
So you were really young, okay.
Very.
So you just kind of done school, done all that stuff.
Yeah, I left school at 16, so finished year 10, then came over. I was just getting in trouble at school, so my brother said to come over and do an apprenticeship.
Yep.
And worked out a trade. I was always decent at school, but just found it hard to find the motivation to be there.
Yeah, and focus.
Big time. Yeah, got a bit of energy, so gets you in trouble.
So what besides your brother saying it, what really in your head made you move? What were you easy, or were you like stuck at home, had to be convinced to come over? Like,
oh, not at all. I've got fantastic parents. Really, really good. They sort of raised everybody to be pretty independent, and it was just an opportunity. Mum did not want me to go at all. Neither did Dad. And but it was just something cool, so I thought I'd give it a go, a bit of adventure.
Yeah. And how were your parents later? They're like
the whole family moved over. Oh. So yeah, my whole family's very, very close. And,
how good.
I'm actually living in a donga at Mum and Dad's at the moment while we're trying to sort of subdivision out.
Yep. Oh, that's great, and a good story.
Yeah.
Brought everyone over.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, cool. Family.
Yep.
What do you got?
I got 3 sisters, 1 brother. So I'm the 5th of 5, the youngest, probably why I talk so much. But yeah, all own businesses.
Were you like the one that got away with everything, being the youngest?
Yeah, I've always had that about me. Yeah, for sure.
I think that's a common thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just because you can get away with more. There's not as many eyes on you. Do you know
how many kids you got?
So I've got 2, but I'm probably looking at having another 2.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We spoke about that. You love it. You know, the Brady Bunch.
Yeah, love that.
It's funny when you have your first kid. It's heaps different than you have the next one. And I've only got 2, but even talking to other people, and I think parents learn. you don't have to be as fussy or as strict or as, and the youngest one gets around and gets away with a bit more. And I think that might have been you.
Yeah, guaranteed. Yeah, or you just learn to push like your parents don't have as much disposable time, so you just push the limits a little bit more, I think, and that's just how it goes.
What was it like growing up with all your siblings?
Oh, fantastic! Like everyone, like I think, yeah, had your normal sibling fights and things like that. But my sister and my brother still works out at my gym 3 days a week as well.
Yep.
I see my sister regularly. Like,
these are all pretty evenly close, eh?
Yeah, very. Yep.
Got each other's back.
Yeah,
that's 100%. Pretty cool. Hey, that's awesome to hear, because I think especially moving the dynamics, but you guys are in the similar industries, are you?
Yeah, brother's a
your
builder
brother
as well,
you?
And then my sister has they're more commercial space, like in the mines and stuff like that.
Yep.
There's one sister that's in the Cayman Islands because her husband's a lawyer over there, and another sister over here too. That's she became like stay-at-home mum after, but she used to have a few hairdressing salons as well. So
yep, fucking bit going on there.
Yeah,
the lawyer come in handy.
Yes, very. Yeah. To be fair, we haven't really ever needed it. We think we've needed it once, but she's very, very level-headed, so always good to bounce ideas off.
Yep, before it goes any further.
Yeah, I'm fortunate. My family are all very good. Call me brother and sisters anytime, and they'll all help and listen.
Yep. Good. So because Perth's pretty spread out, so are you far from each other? Like, I know you're staying with mum and dad, but
yeah, well, at the moment, that's why I find it. Yeah, it's staying at mum and dad's at the moment. One of my other sisters is on the block too, and then the other ones are only 5 k's away, and then the other one's only 10 k's away. So not far at all.
So you're all close.
100%.
So do you just have the traditional Sunday family dinners?
Not as much anymore. I think my family scaring everybody away from mum and dad's because there's too many of us in there. So we're living in a donga, but there's a few of us in a small space. So
yeah, cool. When do you reckon you will jump out of that and be back in your place?
So hopefully it's actually that's what you saw me doing before. I was just signing a form to get a subdivision across the line. To send back to my town planner. So hopefully, let's hope for a development approval in a few months.
Yeah, nice. And that's hard work a lot of the time, hey, depending on the area or the council or the shire.
Mate, chaos. So I must admit, that's what I sold my house thinking it was only going to take 6 months. That's why when I say to clients, I understand how frustrating it is living in a place for a little bit longer. I get it. We were doing it for a year and a half now.
Yep.
We had 17 conditions imposed on one of the sites. So by the time that gets done, we had a flora and fauna survey that needed to be addressed. And we missed the month of the inspection by like 1 month. So we had pretty much wait 12 months to get that.
Shit.
Yeah, and it's just a process.
Yep. All right, let's slow down a bit and go back into business, right? It's a big part of why I started this. Obviously, there's no such thing these days as your 9 to 5 and personal life's here and business is in this window. It's just not like it, especially when you're head driven like we are. I think we're a bit like minded. You know, you want to get something done, you get it done, and there's probably no rules around it. But
I was at site this morning at 5:30 for a concrete pour. Yeah, it didn't really need to be there, but it's just nice to make sure everything's going smoothly.
How'd that go? Good.
Yeah, really well. Yeah, the guy's fantastic.
How many squares is that?
That was a 250 square pour, I think. But there's around the property we're doing now, just the external driveway is like 600-700 square meters. So
yeah, wow,
massive,
decent.
Yeah.
So from 2018, you kicked off. You got the hungry stage, which we all go through, and then you're like, you're taking on more work. The Mozzie build would have been a pretty decent reno, wouldn't it?
Yeah, very nice. We actually put a wine. We put a wine room in there, living room floor for free as well, because they were our first real big reno.
Yep.
And I expected that to just cost a few grand. Did it? Yeah, I was wrong.
Love job, but that kicked my ass.
Yeah, no, but I'd still do it again. Lovely clients. We still speak to this day.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
So, going back to the whole relationship bit that we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, big time.
Really important, hey?
Yeah, to be fair, most of the clients we really try to get on with. Every now and then you find a few that you just butt heads with a little bit, but I think that's just life, what it is.
Yeah.
But as long as you're not doing it all the time, I think it's to be expected. You run into people that you sometimes can't manage as effectively as you'd like to.
Everyone's got different expectations, or they receive something different, and usually the way I believe gets fixed comes down to the communication piece.
100%.
Even like with us in insurance, me and you went through a claim recently, and it was just comms back and forwards,
100%, all the time.
Dealing with the insurer and back and forwards, and your expectation, my expectation. I got to be the guy in the middle, and then you got the insurers. And we know where that started off.
I think you sorted that out pretty well.
Yeah,
ended up at a reasonable figure, and that's okay.
Yeah, that's right. But if we didn't communicate well, we wouldn't have got there, because I can't remember what they come back first. It was
Yeah, low
now,
as.
but it was low as.
To be expected, insurance companies.
Yeah. So going back to like the Mozzie Park project, how long did that go for? And that was like your first decent
12 months.
Oh, was that big? That
yeah,
long?
yeah, proper one. Like it was all like a rip off the back of the house, full house, reno, pools, everything. And then, I think a majority of the work got done in 9 months, but then COVID came in between, and we still managed to knock it over in 12 months.
So how many employees did you have then?
Oh, just me. So I did it all.
Managing with contractors.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah.
In many ways, it's easier.
Yeah. So I reckon you would have been like 2019, 20, 21 then? Yeah, 21?
Yeah, I reckon that's
okay.
right.
So you would have kicked that off 2020, 21. So you've been going 3-4 years then. So 3 years. Your relationships with your contractors would have shifted between starting and getting to that point and working out the good ones.
Yeah, you go through a few, but the reality is, like we don't change unless we have to, and most of the time, people are accepting of like a chat about rates and all that sort of thing, and we pay pretty well. I think we've had our brickie for 5 years, concreter for 8 years.
How'd you go with the whole COVID thing when the demand of resources?
Normal trials and tribulations, but to be fair, as soon as COVID happened, I actually turned off all my marketing and didn't sell anything. Basically got on the phone to chat to everybody about what's coming up and make sure I could still get it done. And all the guys are really good. Like same old rule of 10% cause you 90% of your problems. But 90% of the guys fantastic.
Yeah, nice. And what was your biggest roadblock?
Oh, I couldn't even tell
obviously nice area, probably older house, huge reno, your first major job, longest job by the sounds of it. And because it would have set you up for the next rolling momentum, right?
Yeah, to be fair, that one didn't have heaps of roadblocks. The clients were really reasonable. Just managing clients and their expectations on a bigger one, and maybe trying to do a few things cheaper, so some paint jobs and stuff like that, which we spoke about with the clients and said, look, if we get the cheaper one, it's probably not going to be the same quality as if we obviously spend double. But just with old houses, finding where you can save a few dollars for clients and when you have to just spend the money on the existing homes, like old Mozzie Park house, right? You probably should have just bit the bullet and chosen the more expensive price, but we got there in the end.
Yeah, okay.
Which they were full quid on it. That was an additional variation. So I'm like, look, we can get it done for this. It's probably just going to be, they'll drive you mad. They're going to be messier. It won't be as good of a quality job. Or we can pick this quote, which is going to be significant better, but it's double the price, which we prefer. Yeah. And that understanding the entire time. But now we just don't do that. We pick the price that we think it requires, and then otherwise we won't do it.
Yeah, because like after the fact, and like it's good that you got a good relationship. They're good people.
Yeah.
And that can come to the level of work you're doing as well in your market, but it's like it can bite you in the ass later.
Yeah, and it could have to be super clear. The paint job ended up really good, but it just took a lot more hassling people to get back and get those edges sharp and things like that.
Yeah.
But if you didn't have a client that you can work with or have a relationship, you just can't do that.
It can be bigger hurdles,
Big
then,
time.
can't it?
Big time.
Yeah. So you're doing 9 months to 12 months going into COVID. Through that time, obviously, you guys getting momentum. You would have picked up some other work, right?
Yeah, so we literally shut our books for 12 months as soon as they released those grants. I stopped all my marketing and did it and basically.
We touched on this.
Because I see how it all happened, but overstimulating anything's a bad idea.
Yeah.
So, it's taking on more when there's more work and not.
It really hit everyone, hey, and everyone thought it was great. Put money in the market. Like how many people went broke a couple of years later? They get letter of intents. They got all these deposits. I spoke with this with Adrian, and it's like, how do you build 10 a year? Let's just say. And then all of a sudden you got 30 or 40, and you're gonna take them on.
Do 15% more work.
Yeah.
So you can
Growth.
actually 100%.
Work a bit harder, push it. But you're not going to triple or quadruple just because you got deposits in a letter.
So that's what we sort of aim since we started. We tried to get 15 to 30% growth each year, and we're sort of at that sweet spot now where, you got the right amount of staff and stuff like that. But we've recently had someone leave, our main supervisor, and that leaves a little bit of a spanner in the works. But I just take over that hat for a few months until everything's back on track. It just makes me a little busier for a few months, as you're aware.
So when did you? So you shut the books. So what would that be in 21? Was it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, for about 12 months. You know, let it ride.
Oh,
its thing
look,
out.
so probably wouldn't
Maybe a
have
bit
been
longer.
that long. Maybe like 6 to 9 months. I didn't entertain selling anything at all. I just made sure what we had on site we could get finished to a good
so you
standard.
just ticking along, doing
Yeah,
what you need
ticking
to.
along, and like we copped a bit of a loss there as well for 12 months, but that just is what it is.
Yeah, that's right. It's
I prefer to do that than go bankrupt.
So it was a sacrifice then, probably to get you back in the right position later.
100%. Yeah.
Not many done that.
No. Yeah.
And they're probably
Yeah,
not around.
No. Yeah. It was lucky we just didn't bite off more than we could chew at the time.
Well, the big thing is obviously there was two things. There was the resources and materials and all that kind of stuff, and
mate,
bricks, and then there's the
chaos.
labour.
Yeah, 100%. And like if everybody sold triple the amount of work, and we have less people in the country, it's just not going to work.
Supply chain can't keep up for starters, right?
100%.
And then and supply chain obviously involves not just the product but the logistics.
Now you say it, that's actually what our biggest hurdle was. Just like a couple of times after that
Yep.
house in Mozzie Park, I called up some suppliers, won't name names, and actually organised the delivery 12 weeks out, said I was happy to pay for it. So I think I was coming back from Monkey Mire with my family and I had a call from the supplier saying, oh, look, we didn't actually put that stock aside for you and all the stuff's not there. So there's 3 months of chaos on another massive like second story extension just down the road from my house originally.
And they probably resold it for more.
Yeah,
Potentially.
definitely. No, I don't think there's no ill intention there, just not the right coordination.
Yep.
Yeah,
So you can get away with stuff, right, until there's pressure, until there's
Yeah.
no room to move.
big time.
Like everyone can kind of deal with errors daily, like whether it's transport, products, whatever.
Yep.
But when something like that happens in the world, and
Oh.
then everything's maxed and sweated,
Can't
like,
do anything. You can't push anything around.
yeah, you can't have the error in that because you can't make up for it.
Nah.
You know, you haven't got the backup or the support.
And also the guys, like especially with trades, like good ones are booked out. So back when we used to work for Summit back in the day, we didn't actually like take on any other work. They just had us booked out for 6 months at a time.
Yep.
So like, and once you lose your spot, you've got to rejig that. 70% of the time you'll be able to work something out, but it's pandemonium in between.
Yeah.
Because clients are moved out, you've told them to take 12 months, and if it's going to take an extra 6 months, then they're going to be shitty with you.
Yep.
And I get that as well.
So what'd you do in that circumstance? So what material was it?
Just all the wall timbers, roof
Yep.
framing, all that
So what'd
sort
you
of
do?
stuff.
Like, so you didn't have it aside. So what happened there? Was it negotiate with the client, pushing
Oh,
timelines
look,
out, a mixture?
Guys, like we got work, so we call on a few suppliers. That's why you have to have a few. We obviously have our favoured ones, but you get it from somewhere else.
Yep.
Get some of it from a certain area. See if those blokes can start their other job first, which sometimes they can, and then they'll come back a month later. But yeah, that's just one of those suck it and see moments, and you just work around it.
Yep. And at the time, like obviously now it's all right to look back and go, we made it happen.
Yeah.
But like at the time, when you care so much about quality, you
Yeah.
care so much about relationships and keeping going who you got.
Yeah, 100%.
And then obviously the quality and the time for your client.
And the house had just been, all the back section had just been ripped off. So, like, it's like, and then the next week there's meant to be trades on site to build all the frames and, like, frame it all in. And then it was like a La Nina year, wet year. So it's just, it isn't rain. You know how it is.
Yep. So then you got like, and that was the reno as well?
Yep, no one. Yep.
So then you got a reno, then you're affecting where someone lives.
100%.
And it goes, like, I'm sure it would have gone a bit longer. You wouldn't have.
Yeah, 100%. So, like, even it was probably at the other side, 12 months into COVID where they started getting out. Like, most of the time we got our clients into the house within 12 months, but there's still some external works and that to be done, which takes 6 months. But by the time you got 8 to 10 jobs on, you're spending, $120 a month on site toilets. You're even losing 6 to 8 grand just on site toilets. Which is interesting to put in perspective.
The thing people don't even look at.
Yeah, 100%. So, like, if you're on site for 6 months, 125, I think, a month by the time it gets clean out and higher, and you do that on 10 jobs, like, 6 to 8 grand.
Far out. So then what, you got like 70, 80 grand a year just on.
100%. Like, by the time you do it all.
Shit.
Yep.
And don't even get a mention.
Nah,
that's
not
not
at
even, that's not even the major
Just is
problem.
what it is.
Yeah. So they're all indirects, and that's only the one item.
Yep.
So, the impact. And then
That was actually probably the best way to explain it to everybody when they're asking me. I'm like, look, we've probably lost 8 grand on site toilets in 6 months. And they're like, holy shit, pun intended.
Yep. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow, okay. So when did it start to clear up for you? Like, and then what happened next?
To be honest, I think it's just all the extra dramas of like obviously the labour market is still like full. Like even on the other day, old boy was just watering a slab for me, just make sure it doesn't crack.
Yep.
And he was leaving there at, I think, 5:45, and the rock concreter was just showing up to start cutting all the lines and that. He was on site that morning at 5:30.
Yep.
I went and seen him. I think we left there at 7:45 from cutting up the rest of the things. Like, just everyone's busy.
Everyone, under the pump.
Big time.
What's material shortage and all that like now, or supply?
That's actually not too bad. So got a few suppliers. Everybody's changing their systems at the moment, it seems, so they're taking a little bit longer to get out. But most of the time, we traditionally leave quite a bit of time to call something up, like 3 weeks.
Yep.
If you give them a week or two's notice, that's typically plenty at the moment, even for like a big timber order for a $500,000 house.
Yeah. Yeah. So from say 22, 23. How's your business changed since then? I know I talked to you the other week and you had a few ideas. You probably go a bit harder, but then you also, I think it was designer architectural was shifting around for you, the structure.
Yeah, so we've got like a
cool.
full-time designer on now, full-time scheduler, full-time estimator. Our supervisor actually did just leave, so we'll replace that in a few months, but I've just got his job under wraps at the moment. He's just gone on to some other things that he always wanted to do, I think start his own building company. So
two things I want to chat to you about, actually, and I spoke to a couple of other builders about this. One is like, how are you going to go about getting a supervisor? Like, he's just been poached from you.
Yeah.
Good money.
Difficultly.
Do his own thing, yep. How do you go about that? Like, when you're a fussy guy like you, attention to detail, how are you going to go about finding them? Then the vetting, and then when you do get him, how much time do you spend with them?
Yeah, so like I think with the supervisor that I did have, like I spent 12 months before I handed him the reins. Like probably a similar thing, I suppose. It just takes time. Like I don't want to rush in anything too much because at the moment, like I'm busy, but I'm more than capable of like managing those jobs. So I'd prefer to take the time. I haven't even put an ad out, and I think that was four weeks ago. I just want to make sure everything's under wraps on site, and then I'll worry about that later.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. We what did we speak? Actually, there's two more things. So one thing we did touch on is the whole remote team thing. Tell us a bit about having someone remote virtual assistant.
Yeah, I do have one estimator in the Philippines. Everyone else is local, just because they actually do a brilliant job. They just do it exactly how I want it. I get them to do it the really long way that loads up into my software. So every time, instead of me spending a week on the quote myself, they'll do most of the grunt work on it, and then I'll review every item and just make sure I go through it like that. It's quite good.
So that's awesome. So like we talked about it a bit because I've got like 10 or 11 in the Philippines as broker assistants, and that's without the digital side. And what I learned, and I built the tech to support them, is it's all communication and workflow, and the process.
Yep.
Because maybe the initiative and problem solving's probably not there as much. Like
Big time.
We don't realise, and I've had a lot of people go, it doesn't work, and I'm like, usually we're the problem, right? You've got to spend the time with them and get the process and the steps and the direction right.
I think there's also a few sort of ones that are hard too. So like I did try it for a few months with a designer, and just because of all the rules, doesn't work. So like that's why we have someone in house now, and I've also got a couple contractors we heavily rely on. Like they pretty much work full time for us anyway.
I think what you said before though, and this is what I learned, like get them to do the bulk, the 80%.
Yeah.
And then it's like with the brokers here, right? It's like they go in and do 70-80% of the work.
Yeah.
The repetitive, load up, all the common stuff that is like low risk, low
100%.
error. And then, we go in as the advisory or the builder or the designer here locally and go in and finish it off. And I think if you understand that piece and you don't expect them to do the whole lot or know everything, I think you can get the efficiency out of it.
Big time. There's also like a language breakdown as well. Like the estimator is probably the only one I'll use purely because they don't really have to speak to anybody but me. And the quotes that I need followed up, most of the time it's an email out and I'll call or something anyway. And then somebody else double checks that. So my scheduler will do all of that work from Perth. So just a bit easier like that.
Yep.
Because obviously with a bit of a language barrier, it is a bit hard to be on the phone and that type of suppliers over here. So I didn't find it worked with the scheduler, but it does work with the estimator really well.
Yeah, nice. It's good to hear that because you've got a trial and error. But I think the savings of the hourly rates and all that kind of stuff, right? And like I was only having a chat yesterday morning on the way to a meeting, and it's like. The wages are going up a bit as well now, right?
Yeah, massive.
But there's also the workers are getting better as well. Like we just hired one now, and their English is unbelievable.
Yeah, for
Their
sure.
knowledge is unreal, and they've actually come from an insurance industry in Australia.
Yeah, which
7 years.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
More experience than us.
honestly, like they get on and then I've got the majority, and no judgment or offence, is they don't really think outside the box. It's all about the repetitive, and that's great because that's why they're strong at what they do.
100%.
But I got this one this week, this young guy, and he's really good, and he's like, I want to get my tier 1, and I want to, like, which is a qualification, right, at the start of it, and like I haven't had many jump out and go, I want that, and he's like, whatever I can learn, like I want to be a broker just like everyone else. And there's a struggle. There's communication. There's the license, the local regulation. You got to learn the Australian way,
100%.
like of insurance, right?
Yeah, and it's a big difference, like always.
Huge.
Is. Yeah.
We got. I just think, and I was talking to Jackson, my business partner on the East Coast, and I said whether he can hit that bit or not, that nous and initiative to think like that,
and give it a crack, 100%.
And give it a crack,
yeah.
And we'll support him. Like, I love it when that happens because sometimes it's hard to find that here.
Yeah,
people get entitled, complacent, and they come out of Macca's and they want 80 grand.
No, 100%. Especially when like there's just like work is everywhere.
Nothing against McDonald's, by the way. I think it's a great start.
Yeah,
but like coming out of there and then jumping into an admin or jumping into something, and I think everyone says that.
I used to be a checkout chick at Bunnings. I loved it.
Yeah. So what was that?
I used to be a checkout chick at Bunnings.
Okay, now we're going back. This is good. So
long time ago.
Is that what gave you the like the building side? Like,
oh no, Dad was a builder as well, so he
so that's why you went to Bunnings.
Yes, he also ran like a company called Abbott Supply in Bendigo, like with a couple other partners.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, so he was at like big construction company. It's
so
like
what were you, like 14, 9 months, like when you get a job?
Literally,
Bunnings.
Bunnings came into school and interviewed like everybody, and I think me and one other chick were the only ones that sort of got offered a placement, which was good. But I think 14 to 9 months, I was in there at 14, 9 months and 1 day. So like as soon as we were legally allowed to.
I was the same actually, but it was to a butcher.
Oh, it's brilliant! Like
unreal.
Yeah,
get in, work hard.
100%.
And I used to have to ride at night and 5Ks to go there. But mate, you look back on it now, I had a ball.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I was always racing everybody next to me, just like competitive little buggers, just trying to get more people.
I think me and you are very similar.
Yeah.
And I actually have, it's really cool because they're mad. Butchers are mad as cut snakes, I reckon. It's a different industry, and I never stayed in at the end.
Yeah, he's mad.
Mate, they were tap back then, like out the back.
Yeah.
And it was a big place, and I actually still talk to the owner now a couple of times a year. Jeff is absolute legend, taught me a lot, and I used to teach him computers when I was there after hours. And then, but a couple of the workers now reach out. They were always a bit older than me. I was a young guy and a bit of a smart ass and cocky, but worked hard, so I backed it up. Yep.
Yeah.
And I always push the buttons with them as well. We end up getting fucking either wet down or in a headlock or something.
Yeah.
But now they message and they've got a lot of respect and same. I go, hey, you remember when you taught me that? And it'd be like racing, washing stuff, all that being a young guy. But I think going back, them days teach you a lot or set you up for the basis of where we are today. The 1%ers,
big time, even like how people don't want to work public holidays or something like that. I just saw that as a win.
Mate.
I was like, beautiful, double time.
I'd leave at 3 in the morning at Christmas because we'll seafood as well. And, butchers and seafood at Christmas.
Yeah.
Like anywhere.
100%.
I'd leave at 2, 3 in the morning and I'll be back there by 6, 7. I might have left at 2, but it was like midnight, bit after.
Yep.
And then I wouldn't ride at that hour. And then I'd be back early in the morning, 5, 6, whatever it is.
Yeah, it's good for you.
But I'd get off on it. I'd love it. Like, prove yourself, And I think that's just the work ethic from probably family growing up and paying for my own stuff and, like,
Yeah, we were exactly the same.
Yeah.
Like, my folks always instilled those good old country values. They're just very, very good people and always, like, led by example as well. Yep. Mum's tough as nails. Dad worked a shitload and it's just, it was good.
Yep. So it's funny, and I haven't really touched on this at all or thought about it for a long time, but so I started when I was 14, 9 months, probably one day, like you did as well. Yeah. And then went really hard because I was at school. And then I left school. I'd done year 11, but I never passed it because I didn't do the homework.
Yep.
I always done all right at school.
Happens, yeah.
I was like a BC student, probably DEs if I don't do my homework. And I actually like that. I liked being that because I think you got street smart plus you're smart enough academically.
Yeah,
I that's the way I see it. No judgment by anyone else. This whole A+ and whatnot. I think street smarts, people skills, all that really fucking matters.
Used to give me shit, and they called me the B+ man because teachers wouldn't give me A's because I didn't try. So they just to prove a point. So I just thought literally my whole report cards were all like littered with just B pluses except for woodwork and sport and shit.
Trades, yeah.
Yeah.
I was at Wodonga Tech. I was at a technical school. Yeah. So mechanics, woodwork, all that. But going back to the butcher piece, I I think when I left school, Jeff, the owner, or the GM, Ray, he goes, do you want to come on board? So I went on board, and I worked there, I'm going to guess, 12 months or whatever. And then I wanted to do a uni course on race cars and engineering, because I was always into bikes and cars since I was 4 years old. And then he was going to pay for it. Jeff was going to pay for it.
Nice
And
boss.
because he goes, you've worked hard, since you're 49 months, all the Christmases and all the holidays. And in the end, he goes, do you want to do an apprenticeship here at the butcher and get a trade? In the end, I went down that path, but I ended up having lower back issues a bit later. Plus, when I was 17, 18, I ended up getting a little bit of trouble. It's why I left and went to Tassie when I was 18. But I look back at that now, and it was like going back to the whole work hard effort, which is hard to find. And I think it's probably always been the case. Like, Jeff's like, stay on board. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I got that opportunity. He was either going to pay. He goes, your choice. I'll pay for your uni course because you're unreal and I'll help you grow. Yeah. And I think that's why I do that a lot now.
Well, he doesn't need to. So, like, that's
he doesn't
lovely.
need to. It had nothing to do with it.
Generous, yeah.
But I used to stay back, teach them computers. I've always been really savvy with the computers, and I used to stay back and do whatever internet and whatever it was. And they're a butcher, like nothing to do with butchering.
Yeah, 100%.
And then he used to drop me home, or the GM did, or one of them, and then offered me to stay. And I never stayed in the end. But he was a successful businessman, sold it. I learned a lot off him as well. We talked over the years here and there. And but it just goes back to that effort when you're young and the work ethic.
Oh,
and it gets recognised. Yeah, like I do that now, and it's probably why I help the younger person.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's what I just remember. Like when we're kids, anytime we complain about being bored, there's fences to paint or fix. Like,
there's something to do.
100%, yeah. So we didn't complain much.
So the other people I always talk about, like if I can, in like with a business owner on that, is accountability or vulnerability. Now, me and you caught up a few months ago, whatever, in your office, and it really stuck with me, this chat. And this is I love this chat, and it gives I really respect it. And I think we're talking about maybe the way we respond sometimes under pressure to an employee or a supervisor or a manager, or they make a mistake. And I think you spoke about it, and then you had to like go put your tail between your legs the next day or a couple of days later.
Yeah, apologise. Yeah, like don't get me wrong, I don't crack it too often these days.
No, that's right. But
every now and then,
it could be that day, that time, and like we've all done it. But I love talking about that because it's important, because people don't realise the pressure you're under, or it's something when you're the 1%, your attention to detail is really good. And it's just really, it comes down to care for the client a lot of the time, right?
Yeah, 100%. It's all like, no matter what it is, it's not just the job, it's your name and your reputation as well. Like, and it's just, if I tell you I'm going to do a better job than anybody else, we have to do that. So like, it just if something is lacking, like it hurts you on the inside.
It does. When you go back and you go like, me and Mitch have done it. It's like, Mitch, we didn't probably need to butt heads like that or whatnot. I apologise. You've got to listen.
One of the fellas that did something wrong the other week, I thought, and it turns out he's right. I called him the next day and I'm like, hey mate, just wanted to say I was wrong.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have given you.
Now, what did that do for your relationship there, and how important is that for the culture in the business?
Very important, but you still got to try not to do it.
Yeah, of course. It's not go do it to make it better. It's like, but we're human.
Oh, big time. Yeah,
right?
It doesn't happen a lot. It's just, but yeah, there's always a better way to address it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, there is. And but that self-reflection and repair, I reckon, is like whether it's a personal relationship or a business one.
It's probably what I've got a lot better at over the 8 years, I'd say. Like as running a company, like everybody, we need everyone, and everyone is a team. So like, I'm always sprouting off teamwork is the dream work. Like, and I'm always taking the piss, but I'm also serious. Like, it's just nice. A perfect example this morning, concrete pump driver. He doesn't have to be screwed in concrete. My concreter is probably a little understaffed at the moment. He just had someone leave a couple of months ago. I've been with him for 5 years. So he's getting the job done for us, which is great. But he's there 5:30 in the morning, and the pump driver gets out and he notices everyone's a little bit understaffed. So he gets the rake and he starts screening it all for him. How good. That's work ethic, and that's getting it done.
There's two bits to this, right? Like him supporting and helping you, but do you know the concrete pump driver?
No, don't know him. But I already said it to a couple of the guys. I'm like, man, that's what it's all about.
I was going to say, because the other piece is either the company or him, or it could be just a one-off, but they got the respect for you, and it just shows how much of a good leader or builder you are when that happens, right? I don't reckon they do that for anyone. It's how you treat them in the morning. It's how you rock up. You be in there early.
So like, I seen him driving, like Dad told me he was driving past, and I went out. I'm like, like like he's doing it by himself. So I went to help him cut the
mate,
lines.
there you go.
Yeah, but I don't do that for everybody though. To be
Yep.
very clear, that's because he's a hard worker, man. He's probably
How
doing
good?
80 hours a week at the moment, trying to keep up, and he's getting there. And clients chill me out about not getting some slabs down. I'm like, guys, I can't give this guy grief. He's working harder than all of us.
Yep.
He'll get
So
there.
you supported him, backed him up.
Oh, big
Yep.
time. Yeah, big time. He's a nice fella. Does very well.
Yeah, that's unreal. And that is what I think the difference can be between, you know, another company in a similar industry and yourself. Like, it doesn't matter what industry. Like,
That's why I like being this side too. So I actually hadn't really spoken to many of the trades whilst my supervisor was on. And I'm not going to lie, I don't like being in the office as much as I like being on site.
Yep.
It's just I like to be moving and just sorting out problems in the office. Like, it's good. It's got its pros, but I must admit I like a lot more hands-on approach.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like to get shit done.
Yeah, big time.
So since I spoke to you last, when I was with you last, I told you how much of a fucking pussy I was in the ice bath.
Yeah.
So I said I haven't done it for a couple of years because my ankle's cracked,
Yeah.
right? So I went a week ago or a week and a half ago, was it, Mitch? Can you remember? Something like that.
There
and
you
I went in, right? So mate just opened up. Mate opened a gym. He's going to come on here, Ray at Le Boutique in Nedlands, I think it is. And he's got a wicked recovery area, the whole bit, infrared bed, the sauna, and then the ice bath. I'm like, F it, I'm going to give it a go.
What were you at?
So I got in 6.7 degrees, so not too down.
Yep.
I got in and got the back out to my ankles, right? No, hang on. My ankles, and I'm like, I'm not letting this beat me, right? So then I got in again, ankles again went. So I got out. I was stewing on this, right? I'm like, I'm not
put it out of lay down, put it out.
I did. I walked around
that's
the other
exactly
end.
what
I
I
put
would've
my legs
done.
up like
Yeah.
this, and I was in for like 3 minutes, and then I got out. I went in back into the sauna, and then and I'm like, I'm going again because the rest of it I was fine. It was just my ankles.
What was wrong with the ankles?
Mate, they just go. They've done it for like a couple of years. They just go cold
Really?
in mega pain, mega.
Oh, shit.
And I reckon I am pretty resilient. And I was starting to think I'm never going to be able to do this. Anyway, I got back in. I done 4 minutes, like with me ankles out again.
Yeah, I only do the 3 minutes. Like I do
Do
3
ya?
minutes
Yeah.
3 times a week. So only because of like Hoodman's podcast. So it's 40 minutes of sauna and 9 minutes of ice bath at like a reasonably cold temperature. And I think you get all the benefits from
that's
that.
good.
So I do Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
So you mean would you say 40 minutes all up for the week?
Yes. So I think it's 9 minutes is ice bath for the week, and 60 minutes of sauna for the week. So
I might get this off you after.
I'll send it to you.
That's where I was going with this anyway. We obviously chatted about it because you got it out the back
Yeah,
of where
yeah.
you are.
Yeah, I love it.
Which is awesome. And
I wouldn't be able to get there at all the time. Like, just a couple of young kids. That's why I have the work like that. Have all my workout gear at the office. Like,
Yep.
Yeah.
how good. And you said your brother uses it. And all that
Yeah,
as
he
well.
does. Yeah, 3 days a week. He's more consistent than me though. He's a better human.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's usually my struggle as well. But it was really good going to check out Tim's place, walk out the back, the gym, and the main focus was the whole looking after yourself piece. And we started chatting about that, which was good. And talk to me a little bit about that and how much it helps in business, especially when you're under pressure or you're busy.
Oh, big time. Routine is everything. Like, that's why, like, I struggle a little bit now while I'm doing a bit of the supervising as well. So, like,
Yep.
I get up at, 4:30, like on Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, and I'm in the gym by 5 a.m. And it's a struggle at the moment whilst I'm just supervising and office, because you do sales at the end of the day and you do supervising predominantly early in the morning. So the staff been really good. I've been working out in the middle of the day a lot lately, which I actually don't like. I feel lazy no matter what happens. Like, even if you're
doing it
hours.
during the day.
Yeah, it just doesn't sit with my psyche at all. But super important to get there, still work out, do all that sort of stuff, and keep as much routine as you can.
Yep. So I find it's a huge piece. If I can get it done in the morning, go to the gym in the morning. And I didn't go this morning. Actually, I don't normally go Wednesdays, Thursday, Friday. Just the clarity for the day.
Oh, 10 times better.
Just like I'm on.
Yeah.
Like, and actually, I was pretty good this morning. But like when you go to the gym, go home, eat, and then you just set up, and you're already ahead for the day.
Oh, like if you're up before anyone's calling, so like even the other day, like I got in there half hour later in the morning and I wasn't done by 6:30. Already had 7 calls and 5 messages.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? And you're not walking in prepared for that.
And then you feel a
it
little
gives you
bit
a form
behind.
of anxiety. Like
Yep,
it's
it
just,
does, doesn't
it
it?
just feels like I'm not ahead of everybody else. So like it's just better to be up and at it before
Oh, I
everyone.
know that feeling. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep. The other one is the ice bath, and this is why I'm so glad that I could get in it again.
Yeah,
right?
it's good for you.
And I might even go tonight, actually. What I found, they jumped in the ocean early or doing an ice bath. It resets from the day yesterday. It just
100%.
clears your. It's like just clears your whole body.
If I have a particularly rough day every now and then, I'll just go have an ice bath in the middle of the day. It sort of shocks you into just being yourself again, so you don't.
Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
Like there's all these other benefits, but that bit there for the mindset and like kick off is
When
unreal.
I used to actually have it, like it wasn't as plush of a setup, and I'd just have a big deep freeze, like in the back of my house under a tree, and it's like piss and rain. I'd stand in dog shit, then go, you get in, and I'm like, fuck. yeah, that's resilient. I didn't miss any for like 150 days. Like,
didn't you?
Nah. This is before kids though. Like now, even
yeah.
now, I'm a bit husky because I've just got a cold. Daycare, baby.
Yeah,
that's about the. If I was talking about roadblocks, everybody, if I was saying to anything to anybody, is daycare is diabolical. Just forget.
Is it really?
Crook. Oh, big time.
Forgetting your crook.
Yeah, because kids, no matter what, like kids are fine.
How old are your two again, mate?
2 and 4.
2 and 4, yeah. So they're young.
One just started at school, and like just the bugs they bring home from school and daycare. I've never seen anything like it.
And once your health gets, even if it's just a cold or something simple, once you get affected, throws the gym out. All the stuff we just talked about, the cycle and keeping in mindset and work, and then supervisor leaving and loaded like go and get sick.
Oh, it's even like, that's
out.
what like totally fine. I think I'd had 2 beers in 6 weeks, and then on the long weekend I ended up having like 4 beers and 3 wines one night. Yeah. Bang, next day got a cold. I'm like, you son of a bitch.
Yeah. Immune system down.
Yeah, 100%. I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah. How many days do they go? Every day or?
Nah, just a couple. So one of the 4-year-old, he's at like that 5-day fortnight thing now at school, which that's one of those other things that I've just changed my mindset around that now, so I get the luxury of picking them up on a Tuesday and Thursday because I like to. And I was a little bit like frustrated by the hours of it, but I've sort of changed the perspective on it. And now we go get KFC on those nights. I get them a go bucket, and I hang out with them for.
They'll remember that stuff.
They love it.
It's
and I
the
love
memories.
It too.
And it's the simple things.
Yeah.
Going to get in the KFC, going to, like just picking them up, the memories.
Oh, the stories they tell you, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Like,
what's the latest?
Oh, like even yesterday, my eldest was telling me about how it's like he'd just been in a fight with another kid. And I'm like, what's the full story to this? He goes, well, I walked up and asked him if he wanted to wrestle. And then he said, yeah, I'll take you easy. And then they're scrapping it.
No ego there.
Yeah, 100%.
4 years old.
And I go, oh, God, he's going to be like me.
So when's the plans for the next 2?
Oh, Mrs. hassling me right now, but not until we get the development approval and that under the way, because it'll take a while to sort a house and things like that.
Practice,
so,
mate.
Yeah, 100%.
You get the practice
yeah,
stuff.
No, yeah, 100%.
Not a bad problem when the missus hassling you. So
always.
So 4 of them, hey?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I reckon 3's chaos anyway, and I like being from a big family, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. No, that's awesome, and even that there, like peeling the layers back, I think you obviously love that. The big family because you're so close to your own siblings
big time.
And you love the busyness, but you love that. I think
my family are my best mates. Like that's what my wife is always. When we started dating like 10 years ago, she's always hassling me about not wanting to hang out with other people. I'm like, why would I want to? Like, I trust them more than anything.
Well, I think when we're talking, like before you like the big family. You come from the big family. You're very close to your siblings and your parents.
Very.
And I think all that's like. Rubbed off, paid off. That's what's entrenched in you, right?
Oh,
and that loyalty and that trust, and that's your trust space and circle.
100%. And that's why I like with growing the business and that we probably won't do that until like sometimes you feel like you're slacking when the opportunity's there, like a building boom and stuff like that. But I just I do like being around for the kids at that young age, because I think especially like 0 to 4, they really need you around. I reckon. Yeah. Because they run their mum ragged.
I think I'm a good dad, but I think there's moments I reflect on time like that. I think that's really important, that 0 to 4, or even the 4 to 8, like that 0 to 7,
100%.
8, I think is really important. And I think your kids don't know how lucky they are to have you and your wife and your family around you as role models, and that you really thrive to have that big family.
100%.
It's amazing.
Everybody
absolutely
is.
amazing.
Yeah. We're very lucky.
Because I think, they'll build their trust circles with their siblings, with their cousins, with, all that kind of stuff. And what's it build? Memories, right?
100%.
Now, I go back to the conversation I have a lot is like 95% of your brain's subconscious, 5% is conscious, but the subconscious is all built on and it can be trauma, or it can be the great memories and the great things you've done and the learnings and the role models and the, all that stuff. So when someone like yourself's like, I'm going to build a big family like I come from and build them trust circles with the siblings, cousins and all that kind of stuff, that's amazing for your kids.
Oh, big time. Like even that's why when we move out of mum and dad's with like my other sisters on the property too.
Yeah.
So, and like that, she's got 3 lovely kids as well, and they just like they're out there playing with my kids every night. It makes my life easier, and they love it.
Yeah, and imagine the support when they're older they're going to have, right?
Oh yeah,
like, and how close,
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll butt heads, they'll punch on the door, that stuff.
100%.
That's where they learn, right? That's where they build their resilience.
Yeah.
But when the times really matter when they're older, that'll be their solution and support.
100%.
Which is really cool. Does your wife, if you don't mind me asking, come from a bigger family or small
No,
family?
she's small family. So like she's I think that's what part of the attraction at the start for her was. I think she likes the idea of a really big family. Well,
that's
she
awesome.
definitely does because she's hounding me about having more kids. So
yeah. So whereabouts she from?
She's up in
East, West?
Yeah, North Perth.
Oh yeah,
sort of
yeah.
thing.
So over this way.
That's right. Yeah.
So you met her over here.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Certainly
obviously.
did on Tinder, mate. Swipe right back in the
Oh,
back.
yeah?
Yeah, so it's good.
Island's just working out what that is after 16 years of being in a relationship.
Oh, it's funny. You're not ready for it until you are. Like obviously, like you have your fun and that sort of thing. But then, like when you meet, I knew I was going to marry my wife on our first date.
Did you really?
Yeah, big time. Yep.
How good?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I love it very much.
What was the? What was it? Was it just a connection?
We just gelled, mate.
Just
She's still even she'll be listening to this. She's still the most difficult woman I ever dated.
Yep.
But she's
and I don't reckon you're probably the easiest.
not a chance. Yeah, 100%.
If we are a little bit alike, I reckon you're hard work.
100%.
But it's rewarding, eh?
Yeah, no, big time. No, she's just really good. She's the yin to my yang, I suppose. Like very diligent. She's a dentist as well, so like this is what I like about. Another thing I do really like. I'm a school dropout. She's gone the other way, and she's technically a doctor, dentist.
Yeah, yin and
so
yang.
like kids can do both. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
And she loves reading. I always struggled. I read a bit now, but yeah, never liked to sit down too long. And she's the complete opposite. She likes to have a little bit of relax and read 15 books.
Yeah, definitely opposite there.
Yeah, big time.
And with your 2 kids, are they both like her at the moment, or are they split, or are they?
Well, the youngest hasn't left her side until literally like 2 weeks ago, but that's another really good thing about her. The eldest is definitely like a daddy's boy, but the second one, the youngest, Alexander, he's definitely a mummy's boy. But he's just started coming over to want me to do everything now.
Age change.
Yeah, big time. Wants to go out with daddy. But yeah, she's just brilliant because she like doesn't get jealous of the fact they want to spend time with daddy. She just wants to push it along. Now she's asking me about the third. She goes, "These 2 are yours now." So now I need
now I need another one.
Yeah.
How good. That's awesome.
No, she's good.
I really, I envy and appreciate your relationship and the whole family thing. It's fantastic.
Oh yeah, we all have our issues and that sort of thing, but we get along very, very well.
Yeah. Oh, one thing I learned, I think a big part of it is that whole yin and yang connecting, the repair, right?
Oh,
the
100%.
Communication.
Guaranteed.
Which, is nothing surprisingly, but whether it's business, personal, most of it comes back to the communication and understanding.
100%.
Everyone's different. So go back to business from 23, say, to now. So what looks different? Like besides, the bit of structure change, supervisor gone as of like recent. What about the work and the clients? Like,
just a bit bigger and a bit more luxurious. You know what I mean? Like it's just doing quite a few proper luxury builds now. Doing a few childcares, that sort of thing. So we do as you know from insurance, we do 50-50 split. So we do half commercial, half residential. Just sort of worked out that way. The jobs are just getting bigger and more complicated and more expensive. Yeah.
What kind of commercial are you doing, or what's the most exciting kind of? Is it just tilt ups or?
No, so not that sort of commercial. We convert residential dwellings into childcares and stuff like that. So help them get a new title and things like that. We're doing one in South Perth at the moment. That actually just took a little bit of was paused for a bit whilst we just sorted a few dramas on site, but that's getting going again now. He's a return client, childcare, and it's actually a heritage church that's been converted into a childcare. So they're all interesting jobs.
So what kind of roadblocks do you hit there, to stall it?
Just the
heritage piece, or
yeah, not even. So basically, finances and that have all gone up recently. So while we wait for a few of those things to tick over, trades before Christmas, we didn't want to rip out all the front yard and leave it all exposed. So just there's a month of delays.
Timing challenge,
100%, yeah. And I'm back on top of that one now, so we're all starting to move that along, which is good.
Yeah. Have you got?
Fortunately, the client's a really nice fella as well. So most of them, like I said, we get along pretty much.
And being a return client, even if like there's always issues in this stuff. Like building's pretty
100%.
complicated, right?
Oh,
Let's
mate,
be honest.
hard.
How many bill of materials or items is there to go build a house, right?
Big
like,
time.
it's not easy.
Nah.
And look how much, whether it's house or commercial, like look how much it's evolved over the years. Now go and look at a normal design house now.
It's not just not
walls and
brick and
brick.
mortar,
Nah.
like in all the claddings and stuff. Like the more expensive it is, the harder it is to keep clean and look after.
And just even like looking at Adrian's and a few others, like just the standard now in the leverage and the levers and the cladding and like the style and the shape. And it's all
Pinterest,
mixed.
mate. Pinterest ruined our lives.
Yeah.
Like,
Too transparent.
Oh yeah, not even just there's so much of it now. So like there's brushed nickel, there's stainless steel, there's chrome, there's black, there's white. Like there's just everything is different.
All
So
the
now,
surfaces, yeah.
and I'm not sure if you've read like they did this research on people buying jams, right? They gave them 7 choices of jam or 40 choices of jam, and when the people were like shown the 7 choices, it was like 60% of people say bought a jam. When there were 70 choices of jam, only 10% did because there's too much choice, and it just weirds everybody out.
Have you watched? And it resonates with me. I was on the plane once, probably 7 years ago, and I watched the Costco doco.
Yep.
Have you watched that?
No, not at all. Good.
Well, think about Costco, right? 1 or 2 choices, larger.
Yeah.
That's what it was built on.
My
Exactly
mum
what you
loves
just
Costco.
what you just said.
Loves
and
it.
you still leave with like Bunnings. You still leave $400 or $500 in the
Yeah, I'm a
trolley.
shocker at Bunnings still.
But it was the whole choice piece. And then obviously the layout, you walk past a holiday area or a jewellery, because Costco do everything, especially overseas before it come to Australia.
Yeah.
And I think I watched it before it come to Australia, Costco. But it comes back to that whole mental psychology of thinking less choice, you'll buy more than
100%.
having, like going to a supermarket. I'm the same. I'm patient. You got 7 choices there. I'm like, no, all right, I'll keep
Too many,
walking. I'll come back.
Yeah, I'm not that
I
fussy.
online now. Just go
Yeah.
straight to what I want.
Yeah, my wife's
Repeat.
Yeah.
So I don't have to make a choice.
100%.
Time.
That's what I'm very much like that as well. So I find something I like and I stick with it.
Yep.
I was even down the local G Fun in O'Connor. It's just like chicken and rice place, an Asian joint. It's lovely. And I rocked in on the weekend again, and the bloke goes, "Mate, I see you more than my wife." So I'm at the back of the line. They'll be like, "Same." I'm like, "Same." Like every day.
Easy.
I don't change it.
Yep. There's a bit of method in that, right? Even like, you look at, leaders in the world or successful people or whatever, and they start wearing plain stuff.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
after,
100%,
and
big
I'm
time.
like, it's like having a work polo and that. I end up
I
wearing that
quite
daily.
like it. It's just easy.
No choice.
Yep. Black or white.
Same outfit.
Yeah.
I've only been a bit casual whacking this bloody JRNY shirt on, but
Works though.
which we still haven't got any made. I might do what you said and go get the iron on for now.
Oh yeah, they print them out. They print them out like down on South Street. It's good.
Yeah, nice.
It's quite easy.
So it's funny how we thought on that. The way people think. How's that reflect when you're building?
What do you mean?
And people are picking, like, say you're doing a reno or whatever, and they're like, do you?
I don't have as much to do with that anymore.
don't,
So
yeah.
no, I
That's
get
a
the
good thing.
interior designers. Yeah, because even my wife would be designing our house, and I haven't even looked at it. So
Yep.
like she's a fastidious sort of very diligent person, and I trust that I'll look at it when we go to build it.
Yeah. What's next? What's the next 2, 3, 4 years look like for you?
Mate,
and
I
the company?
think pretty similar. Find a new supervisor that's like up to the task. Obviously, that won't be that'll be a hard slog to find that as well because they're pretty hard to find at the moment.
Yep.
But probably similar size. Like I think we got the scheduler and the drafty in the office. They're doing great. My other drafty's doing great. The
Yep.
bloke's on site. I've got a couple of carpenters as well, which I forgot to mention. It's similar size, 8 to 12 jobs a year, and then sort of filter through for a few years until the kids are in school. Just so I can be around. Doing the work doesn't bother me. It's just once I start something, I struggle to not follow it through.
Yep.
So I try to rein it in a little bit.
Because then it is very easy to not be present because you're wrapped up in
100%.
problems or client or
100%.
Yeah, that used to be my problem as well.
Yeah, big time.
And it's only us that can actually rein that in.
Yeah, big time.
You can get told by the wife, you can get told by other people, but it's like
And once you're in it, you're in it. So
Yep.
once you've sold that job, too late. Like you've already sold it now. You've got to do what you said you were going to do.
Yep.
So like,
because
it's hard to
in
find
the
that
end, I think
balance.
it is a personal drive thing and
Yeah.
a sticking to do what you say you're going to do.
Yeah.
But, it also puts food on the table, also keeps the business going, it also keeps the retention, all that stuff as well. Relationship,
100%.
which, by the sounds of it, you got fantastic relationships with.
Yeah, I'm really
most
lucky.
suppliers.
Really lucky. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Biggest challenge lately? besides your supervisor?
Yeah, no, that one's causing me. One's causing me some struggles at the moment.
Biggest one you've had in the overcome?
Ooh, I couldn't even tell you. Problem, maybe that truck burning down. So, so like 2 days before it was meant to be on a barge to Roto.
So this rings me on, I think, a Friday. Was it a Friday? I think it was.
Yeah, so like I loaded up the truck and the trailer. So there's like 10 ton worth of gear on a truck.
I'm sending your photos through.
Yeah. To go to, which, it looks deliberate because I have all the photos, like everything there, like because I was sending it to Relevant Trades. And literally, my sister was over from the Cayman Islands. She called me and goes, hey, I'd just taken the truck to fuel up, brought it back. My sister called me and goes, hey, we're taking Dad for lunch. You got time? I'm like, yeah, I've got 2 hours. Yep. I'll come and we'll go for lunch. I literally left, sat down, have lunch with my family, and my wife calls and goes, your truck's on fire. And a Milwaukee battery malfunctioned in the cab. There must have been something on the bag, and it literally burnt the whole lot down 2 days before it goes to Roto. 4 days. So I think it was meant to leave on Tuesday. I had the guys reorder everything, restack up the thing, hire a truck, get everything there, and then basically still went on. That caused me a lot of setbacks because instead of being organised, that truck was a tip truck as well. So I was planning on doing a load there every week and a load back every week. But I could only take a trailer. So then essentially because of that, then I had to get skips. They ended up costing shitloads instead of being able to take the waste off site. But once again, you just lean in, stayed there for a few weeks and got it done. Yeah,
it's and you don't like. I have a lot of clients go, oh, but I've never had a claim. But when you do have that claim, like, you don't realise how much it impacts you. Like, not just the vehicle, but it's the
time associated with it. So like it was, you sorted that out really well for us. But like the truck wasn't the biggest problem. It's just the fact that all the stuff that was on the truck,
materials, tools.
Yeah, I had to stay on Rottnest Island, which isn't horrible, make no mistake. But I like staying around with the kids. But I was just there a lot, and then obviously in the office that doesn't get translated as well as it should because I'm not in the office all the time. You just got to play catch up. But
and I tell you what. I love that you're fussy and that you're like attention to detail because, and you said before, like you already, you got the photos and all that stuff. But I tell you what, it makes it so much easier to get it lodged, get it in. And the big difference it does, and this is a bit of an insurance thing, like probably a value thing. If you go and put drips and drabs I think I said this to you, into the insurer, it's good to notify them.
Oh, yeah,
but then if we put half a form in, we send them one photo, or then we send them a report, then like every day there's a bit of info. It doesn't give them, like all of us, it doesn't give them to grab hold of it, own it, and then get it happening.
Yeah.
And we done...
No, you did mention that to me. You're like, I wish everyone did this, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Because we can get the whole thing, bit of a risk profile, put our spiel on it, get it in, and then if there's the 5% missing or whatever, we can fix it up.
100%.
And then still then, and I don't think it was intent, I don't think, but they're just, the valuation on it, got to go back and negotiate with the valuator, make sure everything's right. But we got a good outcome in the end.
Yeah.
And
everything takes time sometimes.
I think the biggest thing I remember from it, though, I think you bought it off your dad or something, didn't you?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
And that's probably the biggest kick in the arse.
Yeah.
You're like,
yeah, he gives me shit about it to this day.
Does he?
He gave you a truck and you burnt it down. So, pretty much.
And it was a good truck.
Like, had 100,000 Ks on it, nothing. Like, and it was always been looked after.
Ideal for what it was for.
It was just fit for purpose. Didn't need anything more. That is what it is.
Yeah, it's life in it. And you know what? No one was hurt.
Nah.
Which, with these
that's even crazy lucky. So the fact that I reversed it too far, it's manual, so I always leave it in gear. I didn't because I reversed a little bit too far, but it's predominantly flat ground. I just pulled the handbrake on. The handbrake got burnt out, but it was actually in between our winter wood pile and a big ghost gum tree. So it rolled forward into a clearing that had been burnt out the week before for a bonfire.
Wow!
Just a series of circumstances that just incredible. Could have burnt the whole house down. And my wife was home too to call the ambulance.
Yep.
What are they called? Fire department.
Fire department. Yeah. So it all aligned in favour.
Yeah,
that's that good coming back round.
Oh yeah, like the stars aligned because I've burnt mum and dad's house down. They'll never let me live it down.
Yep, mate. I think we'll wrap it up there. It was awesome. It was great to learn a lot more about you and obviously piece everything together. Two things. How'd you go today? What'd you get out of it?
Yeah, it's fine. It's good. Just the chat.
Yeah. And who can I get on here?
What are you looking for?
You tell me. Someone, because everyone always has someone come to mind. So I always try and get someone to think of someone. Shout it out. Who comes to mind for you?
Mate with a sign writing company. He'd probably be interested, I think. Yeah, He's a good fella. Does a good job.
All right, cool. I'll hit him up. Mitch, we'll have to hit him up after. No, it was great. It was really good, man. I got a lot out of that, and once again, like me and you spoke about just before we start, no matter what business we're in, I think all the fundamentals are very similar. We all go through the same stuff, you know, from
100%.
HR, hiring, firing, to being accountable and vulnerable ourselves and the culture.
Sure.
You know, and as a mate always said, I was with him on the weekend. He's like, "Don't the client." I think you got the same
100%.
mentality, right?
When it's 50-50, take the beating.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah,
And
that's
move
right.
on.
Yeah, and move on. And once again, it comes around the long run, right?
100%.
So, yeah. No, thanks for coming on, mate.
Pleasure, mate. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Tim.
Thank you.